You are live. Okay, it says we're live.
Hey.
Welcome to the Elantris live show. Let us know in the comments how you guys are doing, who all's here, what's happening. I have lights in my head. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here. It's a lot to see, actually.
That is a lot.
It's a lot to see. Okay. Okay.
I don't know what the delay is on the chat.
Yeah, I know it's like an amount of time, but I don't know what the amount of time is. But we are live, right? We doing
Yeah.
it? Did it show up as long?
I think so. I'm seeing people.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, there they are.
Yeah, there's humans in here.
There's heat. Are you sure?
Are you sure? They might not be.
By that, Max? I'm pretty sure these are all crabs.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Hello, everybody. This is
Hello,
my
crab.
Elantrian cosplay.
Yes, there are lights.
Patience that books before death is like, yeah, that's me. Thank you, phone.
Right? It's like, yes.
Yes, I am. Thank you.
No, you're
Right,
not
at least they're pushing out the notification.
Yes, it's good to know. Yes, my hair is right now. Hi, Haley.
Me subtly being like, Haley, you'll want to stop into the live show.
Thanks, Alex.
Crabs.
We may be bots.
No, you're just
Maybe.
crabs.
All right.
Maybe crab bots.
Crab bots.
Crab bots.
All right, we'll give it a minute, see if more people want to show up before we start diving into stuff. Yes.
I'm still like super distracted by the light up here. Like, I love it.
It's another setting. It just, just
Oh,
like, fade in, fade out. Slightly less distracting.
maybe like disco hair.
I'll probably take the lights out here in a bit because it's a lot. But I'm gonna keep
Christmas is over.
Christmas is never over.
I was about to say that Christmas is never over.
You don't know.
I don't even like Christmas that much.
He said, take your Christmas and put it in the trash.
I mean, my kids are already telling me, like, so for Christmas this year, I'm like, no.
We
We don't need to make lists yet, y'all.
Oh, to be a child.
Right?
Sounds nice, honestly.
But yes, what am I getting for Christmas this next year?
This coming. I'm like, dude, it just ended.
But like, imagine looking forward to something. Just
All year.
What is that like?
Just ever.
Like, we have the elf on the shelf all year.
Oh no.
That would be
I do not like the elf.
the elf creeps. Our elf is lazy. Let's be real.
He doesn't
He
do
moves
it.
like twice. His moves like twice, and my daughter's like, "Why isn't he moving?" I'm like, I don't know.
He's taking a
likes-
nap.
Yeah,
Hibernation time for elves.
yeah, he found a spot that he really liked,
yeah.
and that was it.
He likes hanging out in the kitchen.
There you go.
There's
You
food.
were all so bad that Santa sent us a dead one.
That's really funny. Oh my gosh.
That
What my
sounds
mom
like
would have done.
that sounds like something I would tell my kid.
Make it to Christmas.
Oh,
Take your dark vibes and put them away.
put them away.
That's all I have. That's all I have.
This is a zombie book and we're really happy about it.
Our zombie lepers.
Our
We
zombie
love them.
We love them. Oh man.
I love how Tiana's the evolution keeps making crabs. You know, era 4 of Mistborn, space opera, robot crabs.
Astronaut crab.
Astronaut crabs.
Clock music. You guys can hear it.
Clock
but
music is here.
There's a lot of clocks in this house and they like
Oh,
to
this is a clock.
It's cute. It's cute. It'll go off in a second.
It's okay. Then another one will turn on. It's fine.
Yeah.
That's so creepy.
Oh, you're correct. Those are magic zombies. You are correct.
I don't mind the like ones that go on for a few seconds. The ones that just do like ding 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 and then stop are the
Yeah.
creepiest to me. Those are the ones that are like, what are you counting?
All right, we've got 12 people so far. 13. As I said that, that's cool. Hello to all the 13 crabs watching.
Yay!
So, Katrina, I noticed that you finished this book this morning.
Okay, not only did I finish this book this morning,
Procrastination.
and then I read this book this afternoon.
You read it for yourself too? Yay!
Wow, impressed.
Very impressive.
Yeah, I don't feel like it's procrastination. I feel like I started at the right time.
You did great. I mean, you literally finished right before the live show, basically. Like, you're on point. When I do
Yeah.
the quiz, you're going to remember stuff.
Right? I'm gonna be like, I don't remember.
You're
gonna
so
get us.
fresh right now.
I am going to get you. Some of them are easy. Some of them are hard. There's only 10 questions. I wouldn't have known the answers. I didn't look them up. So,
We
there's
made
some-
up the answers.
Yeah. But yeah, we will do that towards the end after we just discuss things. I feel like we've got enough people in here now that we can just get the ball rolling.
All right.
Yeah. Do we want to go through and introduce ourselves for any new people watching?
Sure. You start, light lady.
I am
Light lady.
I'm Bree, one half of Books Before Death, which is where you guys are right now. And is there anything else to know about me?
No, I'm the other half of the Books Before Death.
There's nothing.
That's me. And over here we have. Oh, damn it!
All right,
Over
hold
here.
on.
I'm Max. My channel is Max Reads. I do single book reviews, fantasy, horror, sci-fi, YA, contemporary, classic, whatever. I read anything. Single book reviews.
I'm Jessie, the Bookish Mom. I do a lot of pretty much everything, fantasy, sci-fi. I do like the basic YouTube videos with wrap-ups and hauls and tags, and also book reviews. And that way.
Always backwards.
So I was backwards.
You're doing great. We're so
I'm really into
my
watching.
name is Katrina. I am new to the Cosmere, but I have my own book adjacent channel where I also discuss politics because that's my day job when I have a job, and it's very fun. I have a lot to say because I'm a sucker for women in politics, which is like a third of this book.
There you go. And just so you guys know, everyone's channels are linked in the description down below, so be sure to check them out if you aren't subscribed to everybody already, because they are all amazing, and I will be shouting about that constantly for the next 12 months. So just do it now. Just get it over with. Yes. So, Elantris. It's a book.
It's a book.
So, having background noise. Yes. So, where do we start? Initial thoughts, everybody. Let's get this going.
I liked it. Having read like some of the Cosmere and some of other like Sanderson works, I really liked it, but I could definitely tell like it's like that debut.
Yeah.
Because it's got those like little bits and pieces of your like, this is Sanderson, but it's not quite as Sanderson as like you expect now.
It's definitely like the bare bones of what you can see him do later on.
Yeah.
You can see like the foundations of his like writing style, his like magic systems and world building. You can see that progress, and Max and Katrina will see that progress since they started.
Because this is the only Sanderson book I've ever read, it's also the best Sanderson book I've ever read.
Yeah!
How much you love it, because like we talked about, Elantris just does not get enough love in fandom. Like people will say, just skip it, it's not important, don't read it, it's not good. And just because it's not like, on the same like tier as like Mistborn and Stormlight, like what is?
Get out of here.
But it's still good. It's still like a good story, even if you just take it outside of being part of the Cosmere. It's still a good story. I love the characters. I love the magic system. Like it's worth reading.
And it had like an interesting narrative structure, like the 3 point of views and the 3 things. It's so interesting to me.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm a nerd.
Because I'm a nerd.
I liked it.
Yes. How did you feel, Katrina?
I liked 2/3 of this book. I dislike Frathen as a narrator.
Me too.
I don't feel like
I love
anybody
that.
likes Frathen.
I wanted more Raven.
I really liked him. I really liked Frathen. Yeah.
I could not stand him.
I liked him much more this time, like upon reread, because like I could understand like what he was bringing to the story and his narrative and what was going
I
on with
understood it. I just didn't care.
Yeah, I'm just like, I don't want to be here. I'd rather be following my other 2 faves.
when I went into it, I hate the religious bad guy zealot trope in fiction. So like I was really pleased that they kind of took him away from that and made him like a deeper character, because I thought he was just going to be his whole religion is evil.
Mhm.
If they had done that, it would have sucked. But I feel like he steered it away from that pretty well.
Yeah,
I
they're-
agree. I like that part.
yeah.
I kind of think though, if he had written it now, he would have made it more Cosmere. Elantris is very like not as steeped in the Cosmere as some of the other stuff, and I feel like we might have followed his what's his name? The laugh. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no
Wait,
idea
what-
how you pronounce
Hey,
that.
we're all gonna say the names differently because like they're weird. Even for
And I read it as Dilf every time. So
I read it as Dilf every time too, so don't feel bad.
I say it as Dilf.
His name is Dilf, and that will be stuck.
Yeah.
'cause there's some interesting stuff going on there.
More clocks.
That was the short one. It just did 3 things. But yeah. Oh, see, there you go. If you're studying the religions in the Cosmere, then
Well, there we go.
there is a lot of religious themes in like all of the Cosmere books, and I think they'll all handle it fairly well. But they're all very different. Yeah.
I really
Yeah.
want to know more about Jessica. I really want to know more about that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of religions in the Cosmere. Now that you say that, I'm like, yeah.
Well, I mean, if you think to what the actual like beginning of the Cosmere is, which I explained in my reading order video for people who don't know, but it's
oh
like
yeah,
based on the entire Cosmere is based on the death of the god of everything, and then kind of smaller gods taking over and doing some nonsense. So
some nonsense.
Some nonsense.
that's the most basic way to put it. The religions definitely play huge roles throughout the different books and throughout the wider Cosmere as well.
And I mean, there's a whole plot point in Mistborn about
Yes.
all of the religions on that
The
planet.
stuff.
Like,
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot actually.
just being like, so let me pitch this religion to you.
Yes.
As we
Well,
discussed, this is not the Mistborn live show.
Why not?
Why not?
Because
We'll
I
get-
haven't read it yet.
Yeah, keep the spoilers out of here.
Well, it wasn't a spoiler. It's just a little. It's a thing I love, and it made me think of it because someone said that they were focusing on the Cosmere religions. I bet you really liked that, like little thing that they throw in.
Oh yeah, this is a good point. When he first was like
Mhm.
pitching the idea of the Cosmere, he didn't kind of pitch the whole thing because like he knew it wasn't.
Yeah,
gonna-
I get that.
wasn't sure where he was going to be able to go with it. So the
Which
connection.
is why I think like if it was more connected, he wouldn't have followed Harathon.
But yeah, that's why there's
Probably.
not a lot of like Cosmere like layered stuff in Elantris, but then in other books you'll see kind of callbacks to it that he kind of put in
Hmm.
later. So it is a good starting point in that sense. Every other point, it wasn't a good starting point.
Yeah. I think I only caught like one thing,
Yeah.
and it was
What did you catch?
the Hoid.
Oh, the Hoid.
The Hoid.
Yeah.
But I'm also not caught up on Stormlight, so
All right, you still need to read Oathbringer and Rhythm of War, right?
yes.
Okay. Good to know. We're not talking about any of that here, but just like
No, but
I just like to be aware.
I'm interested to know to see where they go with there being so much religion in the universe, how they differentiate between magic and miracle.
That does.
I'm kind of interested to see what the difference is.
That's something that will definitely play a bigger role in some of the later Cosmere books.
And
for
also
sure.
the people who are not religious.
Hmm.
There's like the way that it's explained in Wave Kings, I think. I don't remember. But there's like a way of explaining like being agnostic and stuff. And it's one of like I'm agnostic and it's one of my favorite explanations ever. It's so good. So yeah, like the religion aspect in all of the Cosmere is super interesting.
handled very well in
mhm.
I think anyways. Obviously I can't like speak for everybody who's super religious and how they will see things within the works, but in my opinion, I think it's handled really well and balanced really well.
I mean,
But
he is.
He's quite a religious person, isn't he?
He is. I think he's Mormon, isn't he?
He is more
He is quite, yes. Yep.
religion.
My lights are falling out.
Your light.
I'll probably take them out soon.
So how many stars did everybody give it?
I
gave
think
it 5. I'm
on this
easy
reread,
5-star reader though. Like
yes, I
I
gave it 5
normally
stars.
am, but
I think I gave it 4 stars the first time I read
Yeah,
it.
I gave it 4 as well.
4.
Yeah, I gave it 4 the first time, and I gave it 5 this time because I had a lot more fun with it upon reread, I think, than I did the first
Are
time.
you pretty generous then, Jesse, with your
I am.
ratings? Yeah.
I'm pretty generous. So if something like gets a 2-star from me, like it's bad.
Right? Same. I'm like, I had fun with it.
Like I had a good time.
The fact that like it's a good quality or not good quality story. I'm just like, I had fun. 5 stars.
I had fun 5 stars.
So in-depth reviews on Goodreads because I'm like, my opinions don't matter as far as like on a scale.
Oh
'cause
yeah.
I'm with it. I'm trying to get better about that, but like it's just
I was like, it gave me that 5-star feeling.
I mean, that's great though.
yeah.
I'd much rather that than to give things not 5 stars.
Didn't you give it 3.5?
It does get so much.
He does get a lot better.
Really
Yeah,
interested to see the opinions of all of the newbies who are starting here and seeing how their opinions grow throughout each Cosmere book and just where they fall and like what they like the most and what they think is the best written and all of that stuff. Only plan to
1 or 2.
You never reread it?
I like that you already reread it and you're like, but I'm not going to reread it again.
yeah, that's pretty great actually.
1 reread.
Yup. Yeah,
I'll
it's
probably
definitely
reread it at some point.
like the Way of Kings I've read 14 times and this is my first time rereading Elantris, so like I understand. But I still love it. I love the characters. Yes, Raoden.
Brayden was the best.
My life. love
Raoden's
him.
great.
I love
Raoden was my least favorite of the 3, you know.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I feel like him getting out of his situation was 50% luck,
Yeah.
50% Galadon.
Yeah.
Galadon.
Whereas like Harathan and Serene or Serene, they used like their intelligence to move the story along. And Raoden was like, blah, 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 and someone else was doing all the work. So
I mean, you're not wrong.
I still liked him, but he was the least cool.
He's just like so pure and good, and I have a soft spot for those characters who are just like so good. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I don't know. So those ones get me. Those ones get
Honestly,
me.
I loved Galadon so much more. Like, he's so interesting as a character.
Galadon, definitely, yeah. Galadon was probably my favorite character in the book.
He brings like so much to the page. He just
We do need more Raodens in real life. Just sweet, wholesome people.
There you go. That's very fair. It's like, oh, here's the guy who's gonna explain everything to me and get me out of the situation.
Here's my big info dump.
Knows what's going on.
If he hadn't, it would have been like 1,000 pages. So
yeah, that's true though. That's true.
Yeah,
was-
yeah.
It was a pretty short Sanderson book, so
Yeah, it's figured
Short
out.
Sanderson.
Yes, he did. He did a lot of work.
inspiring his fellow zombies.
Yes, he was a great leader to the people in Elantris, I think. I really enjoyed that plot point of him just like kind of giving them purpose.
Doing
I think
nonsense.
the way he won over the other gang leaders, though,
That was really easy, yeah.
felt that was the only bit of the book that felt kind of cheesy to me.
Like I could understand with Karada because like they went and did all that thing together and then
That one I can get, yeah.
like, that
Yeah,
one at least
I get that.
together, but the other one it was just like, this isn't who you are. Here's a cool
Right?
He's like,
Remember who you
put
are.
Put your hand on this wall, and the guy was like,
Oh my god.
Remember who you were. What is that from? That's like from something. Remember who you are.
"It's Lion
Lion
King."
King.
That's right.
God.
I'm like, it's something Disney.
Elantris is actually like, yeah, no, definitely.
You have kids. You should know every Disney movie. Like,
This- I probably do. They just all run together in my brain. Like, which one was that? Was it Frozen? The 17th time I've seen it.
Yeah,
It's just a blob of Disney.
they did resolve themselves a bit too easily.
Yeah.
With that.
yeah.
And that plot structure with Raiden's plot line.
Simba.
Simba was a zombie? Wow, plot twist.
Yes.
Yes, it was a
Disney,
bit,
take notes.
Yeah, exactly.
but yeah.
I think Serene, she was my favorite.
She's my favorite too. She's my favorite. I enjoy her so much as a character.
The fencing.
honestly. Just coming in there and teaching all these ladies how to exercise.
She's like, we're just gonna exercise.
Exercising, and it's like, here's a sword.
That's my preferred method of exercising.
I know, right? Isn't that how we all like everybody exercise?
I own a lot of swords.
You do own a lot of swords.
I do.
There's always archery as an option.
Yes.
That's how we like it. We love a good sword.
We do love a good sword. Lots of good swords in the Cosmere.
Yes.
Wink, wink.
So what did everybody think of the actual like love story side plot?
I love that. But I'm a sucker for like just the cheesy. I don't know. I mean,
I also love them, but I don't understand why people get so focused on it. It feels like such a small piece.
Yeah.
It is a small part. Yeah,
small
really
point of
small
the
part.
it's like it's not like a focus.
My
So I
favorite
like
part
that
of
it's
the
not a
romance-
focus.
Yeah,
Me
me
too.
too. Yeah.
I like
My
that it's not a... Go ahead.
Sorry. My favorite bit was like the last few lines where Serena is like, "We're gonna bang."
Yes. She's like, I'm even more excited. He's like, whoa, what I get myself into.
Like I have been waiting so long.
That's literally every Sanderson character.
Yes.
It really is. It really is.
They're like, we can't bang yet, but when we can.
But when we can. Sanderson doesn't romance writing, I don't think is his strongest point, but it gets better.
Focus on like any like all of the like romance plots within his books are not like plot heavy. It's just like also a thing that's happening alongside all of this. Like these two
Listen.
characters. No, it's very low key. And I think because he doesn't put a huge focus on it is why like I do like them so much. Is like it doesn't take over the plot. Like that's not what the story is about.
He is not Sarah J. Maas. Sarah J. Maas, he is not.
Thank God.
Right.
Sorry
I think the fact that he doesn't use romance kind of showcases how unnecessary most romance subplots are.
Yes.
Oh.
But I still love that good sweetness, like just
even like
snuck in there a little bit.
I like that like she started falling for him before knowing like who he was. Like that was done well. Like she started falling for him as Spirit, as like this Elantrian, and they're just kind of rivalry when she would send stuff that was like useless.
That was useless.
That was funny. I just love that plot point. And then like
I sent you these nails that are bent.
She was saying how he still made use of everything. It was really good.
He's like, "Oh my god, thank you so much."
She's like, "What do you mean, thank you?"
Nails.
Such a good egg.
I still want to
And then she had to
know
wear the clothes.
if he had the nails bent.
I know, right?
Like ask somebody, like say, "Hey, can you take all these nails and bend them for me real quick? It's important."
Important.
How did she get so many bent nails? You're asking the real questions.
She just asked
And all the colored fabrics.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we're already married. Oh,
we're already married. Everything's
I
fine.
mean, not wrong. What are y'all doing?
You're right.
Okay.
yeah, no, I enjoyed that too. Her eagerness to just like get it over with. She's like, I've been engaged 3 times. This is not happening.
Do it. Yeah.
Yeah, the fact that like she was so open about wanting to just be happy and like find someone to love was nice, even though that wasn't like her driving focus of the entire story. But it was still like a thing that was a part of her, which I really liked.
With political marriages as well, you kind of get the trope a lot of women being forced into that.
Mm-hmm.
Like that it was like where she was taking total control of it. And she was like, yeah, it's a political marriage and I'm gonna use it.
Yeah. Like especially like when obviously things fell apart and then she almost married Royal, is that how you say his name?
Oh yeah.
I think so.
Like she's like, I don't want to marry this old dude. but
I'm gonna do it.
Take one for the team.
Just to help the people, whatever I can do to like get this guy on the throne and get things figured out. Like she was just ready to roll with it, like despite it not being something that would make her happy. And I love her.
You know what? Sometimes you just need like a good friend to marry in a pinch.
Yeah.
We're gonna say a good old guy to marry.
A good old dude. Lots of money.
Always have like a rich old man on stand.
Yeah, have a rich old man. Dang it! I did it wrong.
Get your original man on the side.
With
Damn.
the man.
Oh my goodness.
I knew I did something wrong.
It's true.
Yes, she is the one who
Yeah.
proposed.
It's true.
Hey,
It's true.
dude, you want some of this?
That's exactly how she proposed.
That's exactly what she said, I'm sure. I do just love the awkwardness of them, like this using the seance is basically like cell phones, like FaceTime.
Yeah, right.
They're sentient beings, but they're like transferring your messages, but they're just like inside while this is happening. It's like you're just doing these like love messages to each other while you're engaged through your seance. I'm just like, how do they feel about this?
It's the original FaceTime.
Magical FaceTime.
Yeah,
Don't
it's
text
great.
with your seance. It's rude.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's probably a bad idea.
It's not great.
The poor seance.
The poor
Exactly.
seance. I really like the seance though.
I love
Yeah, I
them.
love them. I think they're so interesting.
Yeah.
There are so many instances. Oh. There are so many instances in the Cosmere of sentient magic, and it's just like one of my favorite things. Like in every time it comes up in any Cosmere book, the way it's done, because it's not always done the same, but it kind of all derives from the same thing within the Cosmere, and it just fascinates me so much. So I love the seance.
I like the bit right at the end with Hoyd and his seance that was made of something like completely different.
Yep.
What?
Yeah. It's not
What?
page what's happening there, but did everybody read the bonus chapter with Hoyd at the end, like
Yeah.
after? Did you read that, Katrina?
There was a bonus chapter?
Do you have the 10th anniversary edition? It's only in the 10th anniversary edition.
No.
Okay,
No,
okay.
I got the old library edition.
It's
so I
on
don't
the
have
it's
that.
on the Discord though.
It is in the Discord.
Oh,
Somebody
is it?
posted it in the Discord.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think it's just in the all spoilers chat. We'll have to find it. I think Elise posted it. Somebody posted it in the chat, like last week, 2 weeks ago. I can't keep track of anything, but it's in there.
I'll
But it's
read it.
basically just this bonus chapter in the back with Hoyd.
It's really short.
Yeah, it's very short. It's like a couple of paragraphs, but it's basically just Hoyd talking to a seance, but it's very different than what you normally see from the seance. It's dark. It's not like a light ball of bright light. It's dark and it kind of like sucks in the light. It's more like void-ish. And there's some weird stuff going on there that's not quite explained, but that's Hoyd for you.
That's good for you.
That's Hoyd for you. Yeah, other than that, like his cameo in the book was very small. I assume everybody caught the original cameo, which was with Serene.
Oh, where he was just the hobo. Yeah.
It's just a straight
He's
up.
always
Oh, it sounds like Lloyd.
I'll say that he does that a lot. A lot of his disguise is just straight up beggar. He just rolls with it. So, yeah, there's a lot of beggar Hoyds in the Cosmere.
Yeah.
But yeah, he had a whole little thing going on in that bonus chapter, which I hadn't actually read before until this reread, because the first time I read it, I read like the mass market. I didn't have the 10th anniversary edition, so that was pretty new to me, and I really enjoyed it. I was like, "What you doing, buddy? What you doing? I like what you doing."
What's going on here?
Hoyd like that.
Yeah.
Would just be like that.
You really do. Yes.
I love Hoyd.
Always questions where Hoyd is involved.
He's just,
He's just
I mean,
get out of here.
not wrong.
Yeah.
Baby.
But yeah, the Hoyd cameos in the books sometimes are very small like that. Like obviously the bonus chapter was a whole thing, but like the beggar cameo, a lot of them are really small. I will say, I'm not going to tell you where until we get there later in the year, but there is a Cosmere book where you don't even see him on page. You just see a sign that he was there, which is a great cameo. Everybody hates it. But then later, deeper in the Cosmere, he becomes like a full-fledged character. You still don't really know what's up with him, but you get to see a lot more of him later on in the Cosmere, and it's just really fun. It's real fun.
It's like doing stuff, and you're like, what are you doing? Why are you here?
What are you doing?
Whenever Hoyd's there, you're like, oh, this is not going to go well.
He's got a lot of motives, some of which we Cosmere where people know, some of which we don't. So it's anyone's guess, really, sometimes, what he's up to, what his full motivation is, and what he's willing to do to achieve those goals. Listen, we're not gonna talk about that, okay?
We're not going to talk about that.
talk about what happens there. We're not gonna talk about it.
I thought of a quote to say, and then I didn't say it.
See, I will ban you.
And blocked.
Yeah, I will throw you out of here so fast.
The host gets banned.
Right. Throw you
right,
to the crabs.
right.
I'm not saying anything. Exactly. Just we're not saying anything.
Thrown to the crabs. Oh yes.
To be fair,
Yeah.
a lot of the epilogues for like all of the books are very like, what the fuck just happened?
The epilogues really like to twist you around a bit, which is exciting times.
Agreed.
Yeah. I think it
It's
was
like the Marvel post-credit scenes.
Yes.
Yes.
that's absolutely a really good comparison. That's absolutely what
That's it.
Absolutely what they are.
I'm thinking is happening because that's
But it's like the post credit scene, the one that's like after the credits, but after like the after credits.
Yeah, you have to
Oh,
sit there
yeah.
for like 45 minutes to get to it.
Yeah.
And the Spider-Man one where the Captain America's like, "Why are you still here?"
Yeah. Why?
yes.
Well, now my daughter really thinks she has to sit through the credits of every single movie because something's going to happen. I'm like, no.
I mean, some movies do that. Like they've kind of stolen that, but like not. It's not like. Yeah.
She we'll be in the movie theater when that used to be like a thing that people could do.
Movie theaters.
It used to be a thing people can do, I promise.
But I don't remember them.
Fake.
She'd be like, can we just sit and watch? I'm like, we don't need to watch the rest of it. I'm like, look, I Googled it. There's nothing.
It's like checked. Oh.
I think the last movie I saw in theaters was Cats.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I apologize.
It was an amazing experience.
Oh my eyes. I can't even guess.
It was New Year's.
Did we see a movie?
Over the floor.
I don't remember.
Do you know my life? Because I sure don't.
I don't remember. I think it was Cats, but it was a good experience to go with people. Mostly Shannon. If you can go with like an actual person whose job it is to critique movies
And then see a bad movie.
and see a bad movie, I definitely recommend it. Someone who's like getting their PhD in media.
It's a good time.
It was a good time.
All right. So, do we have any other specific things we want to talk about from the book or the characters? Where do we want to go from here?
I don't remember enough of this book to help you.
Casey, I don't know what to tell you.
I read this book in July.
Someone just put a comment, and I had the same question as well.
Yeah.
But it does actually mention it. There's like a paragraph where he sees his old Seon. He's like, "Oh, he's cool again."
He's all good.
Briefly mentioned.
Yeah. It's so briefly mentioned.
It's very subtle.
But yes, they get their sanity back as well, I believe.
Yeah,
They just have like
belong.
post-traumatic stress disorder now instead of just the regular trauma.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and I don't know. There's also the short story, "The Hope of Elantris," that is to be read after Elantris, which takes place during the events of Elantris. I don't know if anybody else read it.
I haven't read any of the short story bits yet.
It's in Arcanum Unbounded. It's really short. It's like 17 pages, but it kind of shows something that you didn't get to see happen during the book.
Okay.
That's
Not super important, but it's cute.
super important, but it's really cute. It's just nice. It's just a fun bonus content sort of thing. But it also goes over some of that, I think. I have not listened to the
I haven't either. What does he sound like?
Elantris. No,
Right?
up later. I have a whole fun time to the voice acting for the graphic audios because it drives me crazy. I'm like, that's not what that
Starlight ones are amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yes, I agree. That would have been devastating.
Yeah, that would have been. But no, yeah, it's mentioned.
They remind me so much of. Oh my god, I just brained out. The Seons remind me of Spren.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of people say that.
The whole time I was like,
There's,
Spren?
I will say, because
Basically a Spren.
all of the magic within the Cosmere kind of derive from the same thing, there's going to be similarities like that, and it's on purpose. But yeah, like making that connection, you're correct to make that connection because it's correct. That's what I'm trying to say.
No, Hope of Elantris is well, I mean, I can spoil Elantris. It's like a thing when the people are breaking in and everything's happening. Hope of Elantris is just like what the other people are doing.
Yes. In the events of like when they're attacking New Elantris, and he purposely didn't show what happened to the children in Elantris, like the Elantrian children, and it's showing what happens with the children. He didn't want to show them just getting like massacred.
I want to see that.
He was like, I'm not gonna write that, but like
No.
I can't. He just didn't go over like what happens to the kids during that event. So it shows what happens with the kids during that event.
Well, that's just
It's cute. It's sweet.
at least it's cute and sweet and not like a bunch of.
Are not Spren, but they are.
They're similar.
They're Spren adjacent.
They're Spren adjacent, but they're not the same things as Spren.
They're not the same things as Spren, but if you know what Spren are, like Stormlight aware, you know what they are and how they are and all that magic stuff. It's the same thing, but in a different way, basically. So they are, but they aren't. If that makes any sense.
They're pieces of power, but not the same pieces.
There you go.
I think
There
that's
you
what
Yay!
Thank you. Thank you. You're coming in here with the good big words. My brain stopped.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Satiate pieces of investiture. There you go. Drop the investiture. Everyone panic.
They're Spren robots.
Yay!
They are Spren robots. We
That's
can go
true.
Spren robots.
Hope of Elantris is someone telling Raiden what happened to the kids because he wasn't there. So it's technically takes place just like you get a peek of
Oh, yeah, I
Raiden
forgot about that.
story, but it's the actual chunk of it is what's happened in Elantris. Yeah.
All
yeah,
the
Tash.
children.
Good to know, Alex. I'm glad you got notification. 30 minutes in.
Yeah. YouTube does its own thing.
Take the thing.
Who knows what it does?
It just.
It assumed that everything we said up until this point was boring, and now people should come.
And now people.
They decided they were worth watching.
Yeah. They had to check first. Listen, I'm all lit up.
Right? You're ready. You ready to roll?
I have my crab headband on. Ready to crab.
Always ready to crab.
Always ready to crab.
Enjoy that we made this whole thing all about crabs. You guys aren't gonna know about crabs for so long.
I'm still
September?
so confused.
About the crabs.
Yeah.
September? Are you serious?
I think it's September.
Oh my god.
Is it?
Hold on.
Way of Kings is September. Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, Way of Kings is September.
Wait, okay. God, is that long?
There's a lot of books.
There is.
Is everyone here reading Warbreaker 2?
Yes.
Jesse, I know you've already read Warbreaker. Are you gonna reread or are you gonna join? What are your plans? So I know you've already read it, obviously.
Yeah, and I read it recently too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I'll probably kind of reread it, like skim reread it, because it's pretty fresh still.
Yeah.
But I want to get a physical copy because I read it on ebook.
Wrong book.
My problem with Elantris or with Warbreaker, and this is gonna sound ridiculous, is I hate all the covers.
I like the original cover, but it doesn't look good on the mass market. Like,
Yeah,
it,
you
like
need it in like a big cover.
There was one pretty cover that like they don't sell anywhere, and I'm like, I want that one.
yeah, I've already started rereading.
so ugly.
This is my third time reading it. Our other co-hosts who aren't here for this live show, Steph and Spencer, are both going to be reading Warbreaker as well. Spencer's like already halfway through. He jumped the gun real early on that, but I don't blame him. So I think everybody, all of our co-hosts are planning to do the live show, all that nonsense.
Yeah,
Excited.
I
Warbreaker's
love Warbreaker.
Hell yeah.
it's real fun.
I love it.
It
I
has
think
a
I'm gonna
really
actually have to buy the UK edition.
Oh yeah, the short stories.
The UK editions suck. I'm so sorry.
I,
like so much.
I don't
I like it better than the American edition.
I like
which
it
is the
more
only
subtle.
Sanderson book that I like the UK edition better.
I have to say,
my mass market, but otherwise
Yeah.
I don't like the cover as much.
and they tried to do the rainbow thing, which I get because the colors are the magic system, but like it's too much. It's just too much.
it doesn't look good.
It needs something. It needs a refresh.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not gonna enjoy having a big block of like white on my mishmash bookshelf.
No.
That's gonna look so bad.
Yeah, like I think the aesthetic of having them all together is pretty cool, but like it's just like bland, you know.
That's why I
it
have,
is
like-
bland.
The
I have
matching
like
covers
a separate shelf for my Sanderson stuff. All my shelves are ruined right
has
now.
all the copies in the US and UK editions because she's a
I
magnet.
do.
See,
And I
I like the
also have-
US edition. of most of them.
Oh,
Ooh.
See, I just need to buy the leather bound.
Right.
that's what you need to do.
It solves my problem.
They're beautiful.
They're
That's
so-
freaking cool. Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
very
I'm
But like,
Oh,
ordered the Way of Kings one that I should get sometime this year. Cost $500. And I was like, am I doing this? But
right?
yeah. One of the
How much did that set you back?
$100. It was a birthday present.
Whoa! Damn.
Yep, it was a birthday present.
that's really funny.
So I
Who
was like,
does-
I'm not. There's a bunch of art in it though.
That's really cool.
They put a ton of art in the leather bounds.
And it's so pretty.
Yeah, it's out of stock on Brandon Sanderson's website.
No on sale.
Yeah, they usually are right after the holidays and stuff.
The Warbreaker one is out of stock, and you don't want to see what it is on eBay.
Oh no, he'll get it back in, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah,
They sell out quick on the holidays.
The maps are really cool. He also sells like these map prints for like $10, I think, a print, and they're really
That's cool.
We have those prints.
I do love a fantasy map.
Right?
Mhm.
I love maps.
I love a map.
The book it has a map. I'm like, this is gonna be a good time. Always true, but like it's more often than not true. So
Oh, that's awesome.
I like illustrations.
yeah,
Yeah, I love all the illustrations in these. They're so cool. I have the Mistborn ones too.
yes.
What are you doing?
I can't get that.
I
back.
appreciated that the geography was like integral to the plot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love that element. Like when you're reading it and you're trying to guess like what is wrong with the magic system, it's just like it's just so
She really likes your light hair.
thank you.
She's like, I really like her hair.
Hilarious.
We'll pretend. They're just coming
I've
out.
still got astronomy questions about the magic though.
Right? And you were so hooked on that. You're like, what's going on with the stars? And I was seeing your post because I hadn't started rereading it, and I was like, what are you talking about? I don't know.
Talking about the stars.
To be fair, I'd only read Elantris once, and it was 6 years ago, so I was like, I have no memory of the stars being important. But yeah, when I got to that point, I was like, this is what he was talking about.
The
I don't
stars.
know if I'm like I don't know if my paranoia is justified or if I've just gone like too deep down the rabbit hole.
See, I really enjoyed seeing how deep you went because you're going to need that going forward.
I'm here for
Right?
this. I'm here for this.
Strong, you started really strong, so it's just going to be so fun watching you go full, just like theory crazy with the other, especially when the connections and stuff actually get bigger.
I'm gonna
Oh,
lose
yeah.
my mind. I can see it already.
Oh, someone wanted to know what your question about the stars was.
My question was that the aeons they use for magic relate to the geography, but they also mention aeons being constellations. So would the same problems with the magic happen if a star went out? I don't know how connected the three are, or if the constellations is just a coincidence.
Or if
Yeah.
it would be like the Stargate thing, where like over hundreds of thousands of years, like it changes. Like people,
Yeah,
like,
it could be. It
drifts
could be
and
that.
stuff, if that would also change it.
Hmm.
The Stargate theory. It's the only thing I could think of.
Yeah, no, I think it's definitely a good question. I have no idea because, like, obviously,
Right?
dive into that in the text. I don't know if if anybody's asked him that, but it's honestly a really good question. I have to remember that.
Oh man, the police didn't think of it. It's a good question.
Yeah, we're really bad at thinking of questions. Like whenever back when the world was, open, and Sanderson would be, people would always like come up with really cool, crazy questions to ask him. And most questions that you think of was like that's already been asked. Like you just look up on the site where they track everything he answers. They're called Word of Brains, and it's like, oh, that's already been answered. So we can never come up with good questions, but that's a good one. We're gonna have to bookmark that for when we can questions.
Or when it's a thing.
What? I want to see a Venn diagram of my
Yes.
If it is like mine and yours, in the middle is like the perfect truth.
I want you to know this is our friend Alex, and Alex, when she would read like Stormlight Mistborn for the first time, she would have these theories that were either so close to being right or actually right that me and Casey would be so angry that like she just got it like that, or they would be so far off the map, so incorrect that we would just cry laughing.
Oh,
No in between with Alex's theories. It's either like I'm right or I'm way wrong.
Yeah, like it was amazing.
that sounds great.
It's a good question.
Right?
I mean,
Again, yeah.
but the constellations could still change, like in the sky.
Right? Yeah.
I would think so.
So
It's always fun when you
that's
come
a
up with a
question
question
to
that
ask.
asked before. Because it's hard. So many people ask like all the simple questions and all the crazy ones.
Did anyone search the shard? Because Argent's probably already asked it.
Honestly. It's ahead of everybody in that regard. But yeah, I think somebody
Argent's
there was a word of Brandon about. I lost it, but somebody said there was a word of Brandon about constellations, but I don't know if it's in regards to that question.
Is it these specific constellations or just general
Yeah.
constellations? I have a note in my phone of questions to ask Sanderson. And I can't read most of them to you because they're spoilers. However,
Right?
Spoilers. They are
I
spoilers.
can read you the last one because it just says, is Sebastian from The Little Mermaid one of the sleepless? Why did I write that down?
Listen, Casey. Listen.
Just in case.
In case. Ugh. I love that the geography was tied to the working of the magic.
Yeah.
But not all magic, right? It's only Aeon Door.
Yeah, clearly. Because obviously we got glimpses of other sides of the magic
Yeah.
that got like dived into, which I completely forgot about.
Because
Like-
Raoden went to Teod and his magic was like
Yeah.
and it like stopped working.
Yeah. Because he
Yeah,
was
because
too
it was
far
too
away.
From Elantris. Like it was so much weaker.
Yeah.
I think it was my least favorite magic system of all the Sandersons I've read.
I think it's definitely interesting, but I think it might also be my least
I
favorite.
mean,
I don't know, actually.
I think it confused me more than any of the others.
Let's
be real, I'm not hard to confuse. So
I do feel it's less, because it is like a shorter standalone book. Like it doesn't like dive into the mechanics of things as easily. Because like in like the bigger books like Stormlight, like you've got so much time to kind of explain.
Yeah.
Or even if you're
Yeah.
not explaining it, you've got more time to kind of pick up on those little things that aren't being explained because you got so much more page time. And so I feel like that wasn't like it wasn't drawn out as much.
yeah.
there's theories about that. Put the theories in the all Cosmere spoilery chat.
Right.
Throw your spoilery theories.
Your spirits.
Throw your theories into the all Cosmere spoilers chat in the Discord. And also, if anybody's here who's not part of the Discord, we have 16 people now. If you're not part of the Discord is down below. That's where we've been chatting about books. It's split up into sections, so like as people read at their own pace, they can chat with everybody. There's each book. There's spoilers. It's all set up. It's great. Please join.
Please join.
Please
Yeah,
join.
the geography matters in Emperor's Soul, but it's not like we don't get much into it because it's so short.
Yeah, and that's another thing is I think Katrina is the only one here besides me and Casey who's read Emperor's Soul, which you read this afternoon. But Emperor's Soul shows a different side of the magic, which it's on the same planet as Elantris.
Oh, okay.
A whole different magic, which is interesting. So like obviously at the end of Elantris, like you see different glimpses of different magics. You see obviously like what's happening with like all the priests and stuff, and then there was like what was happening with that guy whose name I don't remember. Was it Shuadin or something? He was doing his weird little dance, and it was like, is he glowing? What's happening there? What's that?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember him.
Yeah.
It was just a little like peek, and it was like, oh, there's something happening there too. And I don't know what the thing was.
He
called.
was like the hot guy that all the bitches wanted, right?
Yeah, the hot one that the bitches wanted. You got that. But like, it was just like it wasn't explained. It was just like, oh, I think he was glowing while he was doing his little dance. And it was like, clearly, there's something going on there. So it was like kind of showed that there's like more going on with the magics that wasn't like explained. And then obviously there's just a whole different magic going on in Emperor's Soul. So there's a lot going on this planet with the magics and the different ways that it works, which is just really interesting. I want to know more
I know.
because there is so much that's not explained.
Yeah, and Emperor's Soul is so interesting because it's less than 200 pages.
It's I think
And-
it's 60, but it's like these super small pages.
They're very small pages, yeah, but it dives super deep into this like magic system. Like it's so laser focused on this like 100 days and everything. It's definitely worth the read.
Yeah, it's so good. It's like not like super like it doesn't have like a really intriguing plot because it is super short and it just shows the focus of like this one character accomplish this one thing by this date, and it's just very focused on that. Very telling, but like diving into like the different like the aspects of that magic and stuff are really what makes it really good. And I also just really like the character again. I do.
Yeah, I need to get the Arcanum Unbound and like actually
too,
the short
yeah.
stories. The only short story I've read is The Edge Dancer.
Good, because that's required reading.
And I loved it. So
Yeah. Next month, after we read Warbreaker, we've also got the 2 short stories from Arcanum, which are not related to any other books. Like they're not part of any other worlds. They're their own little thing, and they're not like. Don't read them. You're not going to miss out too much, but I think you should because I haven't read both of them. But the one I haven't read, I know it has connections to other stuff.
yeah.
Have read is just really interesting, which is Shadows for Silence and the Forests of Hell. That's the one I have. I really liked it. And it was not what I was expecting. Like the main character you follow, it's like a very short story, but the main character you follow is just this like badass mom, just like super cool. Not what I was expecting at all.
Pretty sure you just sold me on it.
Yeah, and then I have Sixth of the Dusk, but I know it has connections to other things in the Cosmere. They're very slight, like it's not going to kill you if you don't read it because
Right.
confuse you too much. But I don't even know like how well that stuff is explained, so I don't know. Can't tell you. But if you want to catch every little connection, you will want to read Sixth of Dusk. I know that much.
It's also very short. The short stories are very short.
Yes, they are short. Yep. Yeah, we don't have a ton of short stories. We don't have a ton.
Maybe we'll get another one soon.
This is true. It really gives you a look at just the Cosmere mechanics, magic mechanics.
Yeah, they drop a ton of stuff.
Yeah, in Emperor Soul. That's what we're talking about.
In Emperor Soul, she starts explaining like the magic system, and she's like, "Okay, so there's 3 realms," and you're like, "Oh, we're doing it."
I'm saying okay.
Yeah, I did one tab in this book, and it was literally when she's like, "Let me tell you about the 3 different realms." Like, I didn't realize that was just right on the page. Cool.
Like all things exist in 3 realms: physical, cognitive, spiritual, and it's like 50 pages in to this tiny novella. You just get a dump.
You just get all of it. That's great.
Yeah, I remember seeing somebody in the Discord saying it's basically just an essay on realmatic theory, and I was like, "Was it?" I didn't remember, and then I read it, and I was like, "You are correct. Yes."
Yeah, I also didn't remember that, but I really liked it. Like when I first read it, not having realized that, but now having read it, it was very interesting.
Yes.
Read this the excerpt of the stuff that like was cut about
I
Raiden.
did, yeah.
Yeah, because it was the bonus content, which I'd never read before until recently, but it was really interesting as well. But like,
I thought it was so cringy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was weird. I'm glad
It
it was
didn't fit
cut.
the tone of the rest of the book at all.
it makes absolute sense why it was cut.
Oh yeah, but I love that he put it back in, just like, guys, this is what's gonna happen.
In the post,
glad it didn't.
I just really want to include this character somewhere, and like his editor was like, "Just kill him, just keep him out of it, just
Yeah, don't do it.
leave him out." Xander said he does not belong here anymore.
He's very transparent though about how he gets to where he like is going with certain things, like the craft of it all, which I think is very interesting.
Yeah. On his like website, you can actually see like breakdowns, like chapter by chapter, where he's done like commentary on why he's doing certain things. I know he has that for Warbreaker, and I think some of them is Mistborns. I don't know if he has it for every book. It's been a while since I've been there, but I know he has it for Warbreaker because Warbreaker actually you can read free online. Like you don't need to buy a physical copy because when he put that book out, he released it for free, and it's still just free online. Like you can just
That's cool.
just straight up
know that.
Yeah, it's just on the internet. And so there's like he has like a section where there's commentary for like each chapter where he's like, this is why I did this, and this is what I was thinking here. And it's just really interesting. Like if you're into that side of stuff, that he kind of breaks all that down for you. It's really fun.
Cool. The fact that he's just like, I'm just gonna put this out for everybody to read for free.
I don't know what this is in reference to, but I have threatened him to his face multiple times.
Oh yeah, that has happened.
Don't worry about it. The first time I met Sanderson, I went up to her and I was like, if you kill this character, I'm coming for you. And the face he made at me made me really scared. Scared. I was like, why would you look at me like that? Why would you look at me?
And then I was like, oh, and I got a foot tattoo.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the same time we showed off our tattoos. Well,
Yeah, he was like, "You're the first person to get that tattoo," and I was like, "Oh yeah."
it's a good time.
I'm going to be incorporating Warbreaker into my sleeve.
Ooh.
And I add more.
If it's a spoilery thing, don't say it here, but
Exactly.
it's in like the spoiler chat or something, or like in the Warbreaker spoiler chat, because that sounds intriguing.
I want to get a Nightblood tattoo.
Is
Is it
it's
okay?
gonna have Nightblood,
That's good.
but
Yeah.
then it's gonna have the first like ideal from Stormlight,
Nice.
like
That's
in a banner wrapping around it.
my wrist right now.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah, it's
Also,
on my arm.
Casey got it like big on her arm, and I got it on my wrist, and it's from used the font that's like one of the fonts that's on the map in the book.
Oh, that's cool.
That's really cool. Yeah.
Yep. I went on Twitter and I found like the people who work on the books, and I was like, please tell me you know what fonts were used on this map.
What font is this?
This one. I was like, thank you.
As long
It was
as
like
it's
an
not
immediate
Comic
response.
Sans, good.
It was an immediate response. We were getting the tattoo like the next day.
Yeah, it was amazing.
And I was like, wouldn't it be cool if we could do a font from the book? And then I was like, you know what? Why don't I just ask?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I will say one of the fonts we don't like because the D's and the B's are really weird.
That's super
Mm.
weird. The font's
Warning if you want to go that route.
yeah. They're like the D's like look like this, and the B's like they just twist real weird.
That's annoying.
That sounds really cool though. A video about Elantris and disability.
Mm.
If you do that, whenever you make that video, drop it in the Discord because I would like to see that.
Same.
Yeah, I'll watch it as well. Definitely.
Hit me up because I had so many disability feelings about this one because I have chronic pain and like the chronic pain rep in this was so interesting to me as someone with undiagnosed fibromyalgia because not putting that on my insurance, but the like constant daily pain is something I deal with. So reading about it was just like it's not something you read about a lot.
Yeah, especially like
So
in a
I'd be
big
super
series
interested.
like in that aspect.
So definitely post that whenever you do it.
Yeah, I want to see that.
I've just realized that everyone that's ever tried to get me to read the Sanderson books has had a chronic illness, and I don't know if that's like a thing.
I mean, I will just tell you that someone with severe depression and anxiety, Stormlight is where it's at. Let me just tell you.
Yeah.
Let's just say the
Yeah.
characters
Oh,
have
definitely.
problems.
For
Any
the
kind, any
Yes.
kind of mental problems.
issues, yeah.
Stormlight.
They're really well represented in these books, which is also something you don't see a lot in fantasy. And like fantasy is my favorite thing, but like I never see like that representation of myself, like the internal mechanisms of my broken mind, you know? And seeing it so well done.
Yeah.
Oh, I will say on the opposite spectrum of that though, in Elantris, it's been a few months, but in Elantris, there's supposed to be autism rep, and it is not good.
Yeah. Not
Yeah.
And Sanderson has fully been like, I fucked up so much.
Yeah.
And he writes another autistic character much later, which is in the Stormlight books, and which is much more well done. And also he has like beta readers, I'm pretty sure.
the one in Mistborn Era too, Casey. She's autistic, isn't she? Steris?
I thought so.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Paris.
There's. But no, yeah, I forgot about that. That was pretty bad in Elantris.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's Aiden, right?
No. It's the kid.
A little, yeah, Mistborn too.
Yeah,
Where is it in Elantris? You don't want to know.
You're like,
don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
It's really bad though. Yeah. That was the
Thankfully, it
one
was
thing that I
small too. Like he didn't go for it. He didn't go all in.
it was the one thing that made me put off reading Elantris for so long was that was just so not well done. But I'm glad that he's talked about it now, that he's like, yeah, this was really shitty.
We talked about it, and he's like, I definitely did a terrible job there. And what we've seen from him dabbling in that in the future has been a lot better.
And he has to have beta readers for that. He has them for everything else.
Beta readers for everything right now. Like in the Stormlight archive, there's a character who is paraplegic, and he's got like paraplegic beta readers. He's got depressed beta readers. He's got like any kind of thing like that where like you want sensitivity readers. He's got them for like everything.
That's
which is a huge
more authors should take note.
right.
Yeah,
I'm saying it. I get heated.
Right, more authors need to take note of that.
Yes.
That's one of the reasons I like Sanderson so much, actually, is that he will take the criticism and he will be like, yes, I did fuck up. I'll do better in the future.
Yeah.
Where like a lot of authors are like, no, I didn't do anything wrong.
I didn't realize it.
Yeah. No, you just interpreted it incorrectly. Like,
Yes. No,
he
you
absolutely
thought-
takes that criticism and he's like, I see what you're saying, and he like looks at what he's done, and then he admits to being incorrect. Like if somebody comes at him and is like, hey, I have this and you portrayed it badly, he's like, well, you know more than me, and he just admits that straight away, and he's like, okay.
I appreciate it. And then if someone is like also like if a large part of the fandom is like, I feel like this character is bisexual, he's like, well then they're bisexual.
Yeah, that really happened. He was like, now that you say that, I didn't realize I was writing them that way, but you're correct. And it's like,
I will say the beginning Cosmere does not have a lot of representation, but what we've been getting recently has a lot.
Yes, and there's more to come. He's feeling more comfortable with like dabbling in it and doing it well, that he's gonna do more.
We have confirmed trans characters.
Ooh.
I knew that would get you.
You're like, I'm not even that far.
You
Subtle so far.
deeper in Stormlight, you'll see some of that. You're not there yet.
Not there yet. I'm real excited to get to Oathbringer.
Yeah, I'll just tell you, Dawn Shard and Rhythm of War said trans rights.
Making it hard. And queer rights. Honestly, the level of queerness in those books went up a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why be straight when you can not be?
Not be.
That's what I always say.
That's what I always say. Oh. Yes.
Which I think is really cool coming from Sanderson, because I know we like mentioned that he's Mormon, which if you know anything about the Mormon religion, like it tends to be stereotypically very, very conservative. So I just think it's really cool that he's like open to that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you definitely see the progression, like the deeper you get into his books, like the chronological order, you see him exploring outside of his own ideals and stuff way more.
I love that.
Me too.
Great, yeah.
Coming from someone that was raised super, super like conservative town.
It's hard to get
It's
out
really
of. I'm glad.
Yeah.
Gotten out of.
Had to survive.
Knowing this makes me appreciate Hrathen or Wrathen more.
Yeah.
Just because he learned and he grew.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He wasn't just like a cookie cutter shape of like, I am an evil guy and my religion is, like there was depth there in him. I like that, like obviously he didn't just decide like, oh, my religion is incorrect. He just decided that the way he was going about things and interpreting his faith and stuff was what was incorrect. Like he didn't just be like, well, now I don't. Like he still religion, which I liked. I like that it wasn't just like this religion's bad and I gotta get out of it.
Yeah, I think religion is one of the most interesting things in the Cosmere. There's so much happening there.
What's up? We're just chilling. I have gels in my hair.
Yes, Deanna. I was also concerned when reading the acknowledgments for Rhythm of War.
Listen, we don't talk about it.
It's like I talked to this beta reader and this beta reader and this beta reader for this and this and this, and you're like, oh my god, what did you do?
Right? How many problems are there right now?
There's a lot. There's a lot of problems.
So many problems. Yes. But yeah, the rep of just like everything is, I mean, obviously it starts small, but you just see it more and more as the books go. And I just love it so much.
And
especially for the things that I actually relate to, like the depression and things that I'm like, I know that, so I can comment on it. Like,
yeah.
I think this is good rep, but I can't be sure because I'm not that person. But
I was just so impressed with Elantris because it's his debut book, but the like chronic pain rep is pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
Really good. Yeah, he just dropped the ball on that autism.
Yeah. And I mean, they do the cure thing, which a lot of people don't like, but
yeah.
And I think it's like we could do without that, but he's learning that as well. So
yes,
we're not gonna get the feeling back in our legs anytime soon. So that's good. We're gonna fly. I love your clocks.
I know, right?
It's a good
We
time.
have the bells are. I feel like the bells are tolling.
Yes.
It's like a horror movie.
You're gonna start seeing like things coming up behind me. It's gonna be scary.
It's zombie book, so it makes sense.
Zombie books, but they're not like that kind of zombies.
I mean, they don't eat
Some of them kind of are just like brainless monsters at certain points.
Yeah, it happens.
There's no other chronic pain rep in his stuff, is there? There's other chronic things.
There's like other. Let's see if I can take these out now. It's just don't know how this is gonna go. There's things with like specific things, but not just like general chronic pain. I don't think. Oh, that's in my actual hairs.
He'll probably do more in the future. He's doing a lot right now.
Yes. Just dismantling my lights.
Yeah, it wasn't his opportunity, but he can't change it. But I think he will do stuff in the future.
Yeah, like anytime he gets criticism for making his books, he definitely learns from it. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, Mistborn's one of my favorite things, but the like just female representation in the first series, not like there's just
Oh
your
yeah.
one. I mean, there's technically like about 3 that you see like actively on page of females, and like he put so much work into making Vin, who's like the main female protagonist, so like such a good character, and like she's great, but
She's great.
it's all there. So there's just like no other ladies, and like he admits that that's like his biggest fault in the series is just like that he put so much work in her that he just kind of forgot to put in other women. It's definitely a thing.
Yeah.
But he's definitely gotten better with that. I mean, like,
But didn't he say when he was writing the screenplay,
yes, there's a
he
couple
was gonna change the gender of like 2 of them?
2 characters who are male in the books are going to be female in his screenplay.
Yes.
Pretty super hyped.
I know, right?
Lady Ham, I went like
Yes.
I went feral. I was like screaming, and Bree's boyfriend was like, "What happened to you?" And I was like, "Lady Ham."
Yep, that was pretty much the whole conversation.
That was the whole thing, Lady Ham.
So yeah,
I
pretty
was
much
screaming, Lady Ham.
he does something wrong, like he absolutely learns from it with his like just the feedback of the community and stuff, and he absolutely you can see that going forward every time, which is something I really appreciate. Oh, my face isn't glowing anymore because I took
Hope
my
he
eye.
continues to do, unlike most other.
What is his goal for getting the screen adaptations out? When is he aiming for that kind of thing?
Now because he's like obviously like he's signed away stuff like rights for different things to different places and just stuff has never happened. People have come to him saying, "Oh, I want the rights for this or I want the rights for that," but like it's not going anywhere. I mean, obviously it's not going anywhere right now, but just in general, like he's not seeing any movement on a lot of the stuff that he's already given away. And I think he basically decided that he basically just decided that with Mistborn, like he wants to do this himself. He doesn't know like what's gonna end up happening, but he wants Mistborn to be movies. They would work really well as movies, and he wants the Stormlight Archive to be done as a TV show, which may not happen, but that's what he's aiming for, just because those are the formats that they would work better in. But with Mistborn right now, he's writing the screenplay himself, and then he wants to like have it like doctored by like an actual screenwriter, because obviously that's not like his medium, but he wants to write it himself. And he's like already told everyone like the changes he's making, because like obviously certain things don't work from book to screen, and the fact that him as an author is like willing to change his own stuff. Like I'm sitting here like, wait, what are you doing? You're changing that? Like, I'm here for the ladies, but why are you changing this?
I'm here for the ladies.
It's like, well, this will work better with this plot line, and I'm like, buddy, slow down. But the fact that he's like to that makes me really excited. But I don't think he has like a general projection of like when those will go to.
Yeah, I don't think there's any information about that.
Greenlighting or anything. I don't think we have any of that information right now.
I know he took it off his progress bars.
Yeah,
I thought a bulk of the Cosmere was all sold to the same
it
company.
was originally, but I don't know if they still have the rights. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
I think with a lot of movie rights stuff, they time out.
Yeah.
If you don't make a movie, then the right gets rescinded.
That's normally what happens.
Which is why there's so many like weird spin-off movies sometimes. Like Disney will do like a second, or they're remaking an old classic. That's so a lot of it is so they can keep the movie rights without it going back or going into public domain.
It happened as well with Fantastic Four. That's why there are so many Fantastic Four movies.
Yep.
Because they just really wanted to keep the rights to it.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
There's some really cheesy Marvel movies out there from like way back in the day, like that were literally just for rights. They're bad. They're bad.
But yeah, I know a lot of his like YA stuff. I don't think he still has the rights for. Like Reckoner, has the rights for Reckoners.
I don't think so.
I don't think he's
I don't
doing
think
right
he cares as much about that stuff as much as like the main Cosmere things.
Yeah.
baby, and he needs to be in charge of it.
Yes. Although Skyward being non-Cosmere, so good.
So good.
It could be Cosmere.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if he like all of a sudden was like, "We're gonna make this Cosmere."
Just
kidding.
I know when he originally started writing Skyward, he originally was playing with the idea of making it part of the Cosmere, but then was just like the rules he wanted to put in with the space stuff. It just wasn't going to line up with the space stuff he's planning to do in the future of the Cosmere. So it's
Okay, so that makes sense.
not going to be Cosmere, but like it almost was. So
Close.
the fact that you can is because like he originally
It's
kind of
still so good.
that also is true for the Rhythmist. I think he thought about putting that in the Cosmere as well, but it just didn't work out.
I haven't read that one.
Weird. That
It's
could have worked. Chalk Pokemon.
It's basically what that chalk
That's what the
Pokemon.
book is.
Yeah. Wait, you were just gonna say what? What did I say? Oh, was it the chalk Pokemon?
Chalk Pokemon.
This is definitely not every hour.
No, it's. I told you, it's like
No, it's like every
15
5 minutes.
That one, the one that plays like the actual like music jig is the other one that I think is on the hour.
I think it's every 15 minutes.
Yeah, I think it's quarterly. I think you're right.
It's okay, guys. Don't worry. Next time I will not be here. I'll be in my writing room at home.
The clocks will follow you.
Right? Like I just stole this clock.
FaceTime.
I'll be very scared.
I'm gonna
Oh, yeah.
text Justin to bring one of the clocks home.
Skyward 5. Yeah, see, we know all the things. Eli and me, we know everything. We don't know everything. We know lots of.
We don't know everything, but we do know lots of things.
We do know
All
lots of
except
things.
lots.
Ew, insurance people.
Oh no.
That doesn't sound fun.
Well, I wish you luck on that endeavor.
Yes.
But yes,
I have to do that on Monday.
hope
So
things are well with your house, by the way, because I remember someone crashed into it. So things are okay. And stopping by. That's true. It could. It could be. I don't think, it could, but it could be. We could pretend.
listen, multiverse, Cosmere, it's fine. It's
Here we
just
go. We're down. I
Yeah.
just am super excited for the third Skyward book.
Coming out this year.
I know. I'm so excited.
Yep.
I gotta read them. I'm so
How
focused
often
on
does he
that.
put a book out? Is it
Oh,
like yearly?
Every 5 minutes. Like,
Sometimes it feels like that.
right?
But yeah, it's at least once a year. He does like
Yeah.
a full book.
Yes. This year is going to be Skyward 3 at like in the fall, I think, towards the end of the year. And then next year, blessedly, we're supposed to finally get at long last Mistborn Era 2 book.
Jeez.
We've been waiting for this one a long time. It's been pushed back a lot, so we're really excited.
I'm really excited for this one.
It's been like 5 years.
Yeah. I haven't
mean-
finished Bands of Mourning because I'm like, I don't wanna.
Oh, girl.
you.
I know.
You should read Bands of Mourning before you read Rhythm of War.
Yeah.
Okay. You can read Oathbringer now, I think. You're good there.
Yeah, I think I'll go with Oathbringer. I know I need to read it, and I'm just like, I've been putting it off. But then it's like, I can't be that mad. Like, we have to feel real bad for the Rothfuss and George R.R. Martin fans out there.
Oh, that's too many.
Yeah, I'm reading Jim Butcher as well at the moment. I'm
I
on book
think
7.
But I don't know if I'm ever going to get around to them. You guys
It's
are going to
really good, you know. It's really good.
My friend
I've read
Leslie
Firered.
loves it.
have okay. You guys are going to have to
I've
hit
read
me with that.
There's 17 so far, by the way.
Yeah,
They're-
it's not finished.
Gonna be 25.
Not me, but I do like a long series, so
But they're shorter books, too.
They're like 300 pages. I
Yeah,
think.
the Dresden Files. My friend Leslie loves them. I
Maybe-
picked up his series of Calderon, but I haven't read it yet.
Apparently
It's
that's
high fantasy.
I think I picked it up because I found it at a used bookstore for like $2. So I was like, okay.
there you go.
You
Yeah,
found
I
it there
heard
because somebody didn't want it.
Oh, I'm sure. Which is why, like, I took, a bunch of books in myself.
Yep. That's
Listen, 17
they were-
books is nothing. The JD Robb in-depth series has over 50 books in it.
That's too much.
That's incorrect.
I have read
That's
17
incorrect.
of
That's
them.
too much.
Listen, I
That's
just
like
finished time. I don't want to talk about 17 books in a series.
that's like people who read the Black Library stuff, the Horus Heresy, because there's like 73 so far in that, and some of them are like big as well.
Yeah.
Can't. That's
That's
too
just
much commitment
ridiculous.
for me.
Those are really short. That is a lot of commitment. Yeah.
That's too much commitment.
It's like your whole life. You can't do anything else anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just that now.
Yep.
I can't. That's
I've
too
already
much.
dedicated my life to the Cosmere.
I know, right? I can't dedicate my life to too many things.
We got a ways to go before this thing ends. I better still be alive.
Right?
I'm not worried about Sanderson. I'm worried if I'm still going to be here.
It's all right. Sanderson's gonna die first. You'll be fine.
He needs to be in tip-top health.
He's fairly healthy, I think.
Just to make sure he gets his exercise and healthy food.
Sanderson.
Eat your veggies and wear your mask, Sanderson.
Gotta get that vaccine.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what we need.
Right?
Vaccine the fantasy authors first.
Actually, just that.
It's important.
For us booktubers who just have a need. We have a
Yeah.
need.
We have a need.
I've never
Sorry.
been interested in reading the Outlander series. I know it's like a romancy series, but
Oh, is
Yeah, I
that
know.
fantasy?
I'm just not into
It's
that.
kind of romance. It's kind of just like sex.
That kind of
That's
romance.
what I've heard.
Yeah.
It's romance, but it's not like romance. It's like
Yeah.
Also, it's like a series.
right?
Like
They're
romance-
huge. They're like massive as well.
They're massive books, yeah. And romance to me, like, you need a happy ending. And if the series is still ongoing, there's no happy ending. So, like,
Mm-mm.
I'm not
that's
happy.
not romance.
I'm not happy at this ending.
Rainbow Sando is an essential worker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Absolutely. Listen, if I'm an essential worker, Brandon Sanders is an essential worker.
Yeah.
I work at Target. Okay. Okay.
I mean,
okay.
people gotta go roam their Target shelves, okay?
Oh yeah, they certainly do. They certainly
Please stop going to Target.
Please stop. Please stop. I can't take
Please
it.
stop going.
Just me sobbing in the aisles.
Do you really need this pillow?
I work in the clothes section. I'm like, we are in a pandemic. You do not need that skirt, lady. Like, go home. Where are you wearing? Go home.
Order
Can I
that
try
skirt
this
online.
on?
Oh, the amount
They
of
get
times
mad that they can't go in the dressing room.
they're still closed, and I'm like, are we still in a pandemic? Yes. It takes all of my energy not to say that to people's faces because, like, I'll get fired. But, like, I'm sorry. I don't
Yeah.
know. Back up. I'm sorry.
I really just need this job right now, thanks.
Please leave.
Right?
My constant thought always.
Like, it's one thing, I guess, if they're shopping the grocery section. Like,
Yeah. Like
get some food.
Has been open because we also
Yeah.
do groceries.
Like, get some food.
I don't work in the groceries. I don't need to be here.
Right.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm not bitter.
Not bitter at all.
Not bitter.
I'm so bitter.
The important part is there a Starbucks inside your store, and is that still open?
There is, and it is.
So, I mean, that's essential.
Oh man,
I do
That
visit Starbucks.
Starbucks is essential.
a very fun time.
Oh,
Ooh, that's intense.
yeah.
Intense.
My job is definitely not essential, but easy to work from home.
I'm happy for you.
Mine is technically essential, but has always been work from home.
Mine could have always been work from home, so
I work remote anyway.
yeah.
My business is in Florida.
fine.
I am not.
I am.
Oh, wave to Winter Haven.
Right? Oh, that's
we
not
are.
far, actually.
No, that's not far.
There you go.
About an hour and a half.
Yeah. Our manager currently has COVID, so you know.
Oh, that's great.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
mhm.
Don't do it, Eli. Don't do it. Don't
No
do it.
way.
Don't do it.
Just
But
wait. You're young. It's okay. Wait it out.
I'm in high school and was going to get a job. Nope.
I do kind of miss work, you know. I do kind of miss it.
Yeah.
You don't.
I work in marketing, so like we didn't even take any time off really.
Mm.
because it's digital marketing. So like I do social media and like content creation.
Oh yeah, I knew someone who worked in insurance, and always the guidelines changing constantly was wild to me.
Yeah. Our industry, because a lot of our clients are RV dealers, like exploded because everybody was buying RVs and going camping. So like our dealers couldn't keep anything on their lot.
That's wild.
They're like, we have no inventory. I'm like, cool. So I'm doing my job well, right?
Yeah.
We want you to sell your stuff.
Yes, that's what's required of you.
Yes.
We were like fighting for weeks to get bookstores to have an essential label, but it just didn't work. It didn't work.
No.
They closed us at Christmas, and I haven't been in since then.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
My tattoo artist had to, his wife actually, that owns the business, they took the fight to the governor and got themselves reopened. Because they reopened like retail and restaurants and other things, but like they wouldn't reopen their shop, like tattoo shops. And she had to convince them that actually it was much more sanitary than going out to eat.
Yeah, like a tattoo parlor is one of the most clean places.
Also, you
It
don't
should
take your mask off to get tattooed. Like
And
at a restaurant, you would
Just
take your
no
mask off.
Yeah.
just
Make it
So, like, I know like a lot of the tattoo parlors around here are open, and so is the piercing, but they're just not doing any face piercings. They're only doing like ears and other things.
I was supposed to get so many tattoos this past year, and
I've gotten 2 since quarantine.
I can't like afford it now, anyways.
Yeah.
Because at the beginning of last year, I got sick with the virus, and I was just out of work for 2 months, and that really hurt. It really hurt me.
Yeah.
It still hurts you.
It still hurts me, yeah, like a chronic chest pain. But but yeah, no, I was gonna get 2 tattoos last year, and I didn't get either. And I'm feeling it. Every time I keep seeing people getting tattoos, and I'm like, I saw you, Jesse. I was like, I saw you.
Yeah.
But I hadn't gotten any since I was 18, 19, and I am now 31. So it was a long gap. It was a long wait, and now I'm like, just keep booking every time. Like, I'm like, I'm finished. Let's book the next one.
Right?
Yeah.
It's
One day that will be me.
I have so many planned out that I haven't gotten yet because I'm just like, I'm now. Because I was gonna get the one on the back of my neck, and then the one that Casey has on her foot, I'm also getting on my foot, and I couldn't get it because I couldn't afford it. Because Casey decided to get 2 tattoos that day, even though we were supposed to get 1. She showed me up with her wad of cash.
There you go.
I have to say the foot tattoo was so painful.
I'm sure.
I'm excited. I don't care.
My rib cage hurt like a motherfucker.
My neck, which is gonna be a Lord of the Rings tattoo.
I love that.
It's gonna be the Tree of Gondor. I'm pretty excited about it.
I live in Florida. No one follows the rules. That is correct.
That's what
Florida man gives no fucks. Florida wilding out, y'all. Great for us.
Florida man is like my hero.
Look, I live in Central Florida, so it is like prime Florida man location.
You're at the apex of
I'm the apex of Florida man.
Ah, that's scary. Don't be in the apex of Florida.
Yeah, I have a friend who's doing her PhD, and she keeps getting emails about every single time someone tests positive, she gets an email. So that's exciting.
Yep.
Northeast Florida. That's really close. Soon.
Every man is Florida man.
I mean, in Florida, you are not wrong. Yeah. And it's like North Central, so it's like not Orlando, but
Okay.
Close enough.
it's close-ish.
We have winded down enough that I'm going to quiz you guys. Are you ready?
I'm
God.
ready to fail.
Some of these are a little hard.
Which Cosmere character is Florida man? Hoyd. Hoyd is Florida man.
Oh my god, the revelation. Those We mostly stuck to Elantris until the past like half hour. Okay, we did really good in the beginning. You missed the beginning. We did good.
You did do good. We're going back to Elantris now.
Yeah, and
Okay, so I'm going to quiz my fellow co-hosts here. I've come up with 10 questions from the book, and they're going to guess the answers. I don't really have like a format for how to do this, so we're just going to wing it.
fun.
I guess if you think you know the answer, just go first.
Just
Go around and have everybody guess. Like, what's easier? What do we think is better?
We
don't
could just
know.
have like people go around and guess.
Okay.
Jesse has a whiteboard, just pairs.
look. You think I have not done so many trivia zooms?
He's ready.
I got post-it notes.
There you go.
Everyone's fancy but me.
Okay. The first
I'm not going to
question-
know any of them anyway.
I'm not going to know the answers, but you know.
Pretty easy. The first one's pretty easy.
Okay.
Number 1. What was the first injury Raiden got in Elantris?
Stubbed his toe.
Correct.
You can't even write that fast.
Point for Beth.
we have the upper hand. We don't have to write.
She was just pointing it out.
Okay. Question number 2. What is Serene's father's nickname for her?
Leaky? Lakey?
Oh, Lucky Stick.
Lucky. That's Lucky Stick. I'm like, how do I say that?
I know. I was like, I don't know if we're gonna know how to say it. I actually think I wrote it down incorrectly too. I spelled it. Don't worry about it. Question number 3. This one's a little bit harder, but not too hard. Who are the 3 gang leaders of Elantris when Raiden first arrives?
Oh, do you know my
Anakin,
name?
Katara, Shorin.
Katrina gets that point. That was all 3.
Right? I'm like, do I have to know their names? Because I'm like, little kid, that chick, and the artist dude.
That was also me. I was like the little kid, the lady, and then the crazy dude.
Yeah.
I would have taken those for half points.
I think all artists are a bit crazy.
That's
Number
true.
What is the name of the country where most of these events are taking place?
Aralon.
Correct.
Oh my God.
These are pretty easy. There's a
Gosh.
couple.
Yeah.
These are pretty easy because I'm not smart enough to think of hard ones. At least not for Elantris. I'll see you come Stormlight.
Yeah. You're going to be like, I give up.
I think this one might be a little harder. I don't even know actually how to say the answer, but that's fine. What is the first Aeon that Raiden gets to work?
It's illuminate.
You know what it
The light
does?
one.
It's the fire one, isn't it?
It is the fire one. Do you know what it's called? The fact that you got that, it gives you a point. Because I was going to ask if you knew what it did. I didn't think anyone's going to guess which one it is. Because, like,
No.
I have no idea what it's called though.
does anybody have a guess? No?
No, I forgot. He
No.
blew up the library or whatever.
Hmm.
It's Aeon Ehe. It's EHE. I don't even know how to say that. But.
Oh, weird.
Oh, like his mom.
All right. This one, I know Casey's going to know this one. I don't know if you guys will know this one because I don't think it's ever actually stated in the book. But that's
God.
I'm concerned.
You'll know this, Casey. This is
No, I
very-
was like, it's
a lot
on
of
the book. Bye.
What is the name of the planet this story takes place on?
Oh, okay. I know this one. Does anyone else know it?
Go
No
ahead.
idea. No idea.
They're on Cell.
Yes, it's on Cell. This was a freebie for Casey.
They're in the
This is
Cell
you.
system.
Yes, it's the Cellish system. SEL is the planet.
Oh.
Um,
I thought you were gonna ask me the shard names.
no, because that's too much. Which I also
Dominion and Devotion.
What are their other names?
Oh god, I don't know their real names.
Oh, interesting.
I'm very bad at that.
Casey, you gotta step up your shard level. Okay.
I know.
Number 7. At one point, Galadin asked Raiden if he could bring any one thing into Elantris, what would it be? What does Raiden say? I didn't think it was gonna be that hard.
If you could bring any one thing into Elantris,
Wait.
what would it be?
I mean, the obvious answer is I feel like not the right answer.
I know. Like, I have 2 ideas, and I know they are both probably incorrect.
Is it just food?
Yeah, I'm like, it's food, but it's not food, and it's not his Aeon.
Is it shoes? Does he say shoes?
I remember he wanted shoes, though, and he got
He
that
did want
shoemaker, and
shoes. Yeah,
made
he wanted
shoes.
shoes.
I have no
And-
idea.
I don't know. Was it Wi-Fi?
I want Wi-Fi in Elantris.
Is it blankets? A blanket?
No, it was much more sentimental than that.
No, it was something dumb because he got made fun of immediately afterwards. So it wasn't something mean.
Yeah. Okay.
Jonathan here has it. It was
The letters from Serene.
Oh my god.
it was that cute moment when he's like, I would bring him my letters from that bitch I married.
From my wife.
I didn't think that would be that hard. I'm glad I got
From my real tall wife that I've ever met.
Oh my god, that pissed me off so much. Every single Serene chapter, it was like, she's tall, she's tall,
Tall.
tall.
She's real tall.
Oh my god.
She's a tall lady. She's very tall.
She's very tall.
Forget it.
Like, I'm picturing her as like 7 foot tall at this point because they
Yeah.
keep being she's
Like,
tall.
is she taller than Kaladin? I want to know. I need a
Yeah.
line up.
Right, we do.
She's a
How tall is
allegedly only like 6.
Is she 6 foot? How tall?
Goo.
Are you copper-minding this?
My strange Google searches.
Question.
Oh, I'm alone.
I'm gonna do question number 8 while you're looking into that, Jesse.
I am. I'm like,
Question number 8. What does Raiden give to Galadin in exchange for 30 days of his help?
Oh, beef jerky or something?
yeah, it was meat.
Piece of meat?
Fried meat.
Dried meat.
That's beef jerky.
Okay, we got 2 questions left, kids. Here we go. Question number 9. What is the name of Shu-Dareth's god?
I don't even know the name of my god. I don't know.
What was that?
Is it Jadith?
It is. Good job.
Oh,
I don't know.
I think
See what you guys need to do? You need to finish reading the book right before the last.
Yes.
Yeah,
Doesn't
obviously.
count.
Okay, now this one's gonna be no one's gonna get this one. I feel bad for putting this one here. I wanted to really.
wow.
What was Dilif's wife's name? Apparently, it was mentioned.
Wait, Dilf had a wife?
Yes, there's that.
Yeah, she got sick, didn't she?
Yeah,
She
yeah,
was-
yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, and he like that's why he hates the Elantrians.
Right, that's his whole back.
His whole
What's her
heart.
name? Milk?
It should have been.
I'm sorry. I'll leave now.
See, that was the funniest thing you've said all day. I know no one's gonna get it. I don't know how to say it. It's spelled like Seala, like Ciala? Ciala? I don't know.
Yeah,
That was the
I
hard
have
one.
no memory of that.
That was all the questions.
Never got it.
You guys do pretty good. You can do pretty good.
I cannot find how tall she is, other than she's tall.
Tall. That's what it says on the driver's license. Tall.
Oh, I
Maybe,
want to
maybe
know.
everyone in Aralon is just really small.
That's not what like is everyone just short, but like Raiden is taller than her. Like
Well,
she makes that point that he's like
Well, now that's exactly. Now her
But
name
they're
is
both
Milk.
tall. It's like 6
Yeah.
feet, 6 foot. Everyone
I'm
else
gonna
is
assume
just
she's-
respectable from
yeah.
6.
I'm operating under the assumption she's like 5'11".
That's not that tall.
I feel like she's taller than
That's
that.
tall for a lady though.
But she's taller than a lot of the guys. Like she's a lot of the time she's like the tallest one in the room.
Yeah.
I feel like she's like
Oh,
6 feet.
just like short normally. Just really think it mentioned.
I mean, I'm short, so anything taller than me, I think is like
True.
really tall.
Yeah, I'm 5'2".
My
So.
7-year-old is almost my height, so
Yeah, I know at one point, like when she like first like was hanging out with like Raiden, like as Spirit, she's like, well, he's tall enough for me, but like that implied he was still much taller than her. So
everything
so
she's
sharp.
tall.
That's why I was like, I need a height chart of all Cosmere characters just like lined up.
Yes.
We do have heights for some of them
Yeah,
in centimeters.
Yeah, in the Stormlight Archive, a lot of the characters are really tall, a specific like race of characters. And it's funny.
They're tall boys.
I cannot find.
Oh wow, that's
anything.
fun.
That's amazing.
I mean, I relate.
That's
I'm
gonna
curious to see how tall my girl child gets.
be- She's already that tall now. Like honestly.
Yeah, she's like up to here. I'm 5'2", and
Right.
she's 7, and she like is here.
I mean, I stopped growing at like 11 though, so
My mom is 6 foot tall though.
My 11-year-old brother just
Second growth
passed
spurt.
me in height, and he hasn't hit his growth spurt yet. So
Yeah.
we're all doomed.
Gotta start feeding that kid coffee.
Right? I've heard boys pick it up after. Like girls will stop sooner. They'll stop growing
Yeah.
height-wise earlier, and then boys will grow later into their teen years.
I was still growing until I was like 22.
Yeah, no.
Really late. Yeah.
I'll say I was in like 6th grade. Like,
Yeah, same. I was like 11 or so.
Yeah.
it's like once you turn into a woman, you're done.
Yep.
Pretty much, there's a signal that tells your bones that you're good. You've reached the required thing.
You've reached your requirement.
No more bones.
You have to be this tall to continue life. And you reached it.
Just like, you know what? We don't need to waste resources on this anymore, on this grueling thing. You gotta bleed. We're done.
You gotta believe.
Right? We're done with that.
You did not, Alex. I'm sorry.
No, you
Now I
don't even
know
know
how
how we
tall
did.
everyone else is.
Oh wow, that's really funny.
See,
Yeah, I
but we
think
have like a full height chart for like Stormlight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
because
because
the Lethe are like
Alicia.
giants.
They're big.
Yeah.
They got long legs.
Right? I didn't realize Kaladin was that tall.
He's a tall
Like I
fella.
knew tall, but I'm like
Yep.
that tall.
So fun fact, like the way that like heights and stuff are measured on Roshar are not the same in Earth
Yeah, I
measurements.
know.
Right.
It's the same with the
My
gravity.
brain to think about. Like if it says, "Oh, this character is this year's old," and then this is their birthday, it's like no, but it's actually they're actually.
But it's like weird, yeah.
It's a lot to take in. Roshar is wild.
Short's wild. Florida man.
That's where Florida man goes.
Maybe Dalinar is the Florida man.
Yes, thank you for coming by.
I feel like Adolin would be Florida man.
No, you just said because you don't like him.
He'd do some wild stuff, man.
Not as wild as Dalinar.
That's
Dalinar-
real.
Honestly, guys, this is
I
not.
mean, like Father like said.
This is not Stormlight chat. I will fight you.
Oh, right.
You have to wait till September.
I haven't seen you in a year. Please fight me.
Please. Just any kind of human contact, it's fine.
Warbreaker does have some romance, so it's fitting for February.
It does.
Our Casey and I's channel 1-year anniversary is on Valentine's Day.
Aww.
Aw.
We'll try to do something special. No.
Because we have the greatest romance.
Crocodiles with crabs.
Perpendicularity to Florida.
I mean,
Okay, that's the last one we're gonna take. That's the last one we're gonna take. That's not Elantris related, but I'll take it.
I'll accept that.
We'll accept one Ellis pie.
These words are accepted.
Wow.
Okay. Oh,
Before we wrap it up, we have to do the giveaway.
we do. We have to announce the winner for the giveaway. Should I do that now?
Yeah, before we forget it.
Before we forget. Okay. So what I did is I did the little spinny wheel thing because there was only 13 entries, so this seemed easy because I don't know how to do giveaways. Tried to look into the random generator picker thing on Twitter, and my brain hurt. So I was like, you know what? Next
We
time,
made a wheel. It's easier.
I'm gonna spin the wheel. Everyone who entered. No, you didn't, Alex. Shut up. You did not. Sorry. Our friend Alex.
Me, did I win? Did I enter?
You cannot enter now. So yeah, I'm gonna spin the wheel and we will see who wins. We're spinning. We're spinning.
Big money, big money.
Eli, I will
That's
come
a
for you.
spoiler.
Eli, why are you taking so long?
Actually, I don't. It's not that big of a spoiler though, because I don't think anyone would have caught it
No.
unless they're paying attention.
Why are you? It's like glitching out. Hang on, let me.
And nobody wins.
Nobody wins.
It's like it started to spin and then it just froze, but it didn't like stop. So I'm like, this is fine. This is the foolproof system I have arranged here.
She's in the middle of nowhere, so it's amazing we have internet.
Of nowhere in Indiana right now.
Ew.
Okay.
Oh, I was supposed to go to Indiana in December.
Our winner is I
Not
think your Twitter handle is Barbecue Pidgey. Your Twitter name is Jana Darrow. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but this is the winner, and I will DM you on Twitter. You'll get some stickers and bookmarks.
Yay! I love that username too. Like,
Screenshots. So I don't forget who's the winner.
Good idea.
How do you
good idea.
to your friend?
I know. Delicious.
Delicious. You should show some of the stickers.
All right, I did bring some of the stickers with me. These aren't just the stickers. These are some from like every month. We have all of the stickers picked out all the way May, I think. So I grabbed a couple from like each thing so I could just show you guys some of the stickers. So we've got a fun little Where's Hoyd sticker. It's Where's Waldo. Like,
Oh my god, I love that.
and you can like see the sizes of the stickers because you couldn't like see that in the first video I did. And then we got a Night Love That Destroyed sticker. We've got a couple of these where it's just like a quote from the books, like different books, and it's just got this like flowery, like spacey design. It's pretty. This one's from Elantris, I believe.
Yeah, there weren't a lot of Elantris ones.
We've got a cute little Vin sticker from Vin. And then this one should be in, I think, every single giveaway, and it's the All Hail Adonai. So this will be in every single giveaway. So yeah, you're not going to know exactly which stickers you're getting, but you're going to get probably like 3 stickers that are specific to that month's book, and then like 2 or 3 stickers that are wider Cosmere stickers. And then you're going to get some bookmarks. I don't know how many. I haven't made them yet. But an amount. At least 2, potentially more.
An amount.
An amount.
Some kind of bookmarks.
For the Warbreaker live show. We do not have this picked out yet. I need to coordinate with Steph and Max because I know you guys have your Interstellar live show some point towards the end of February. So I need to make sure we don't do them.
I can tell you the date for that one.
Yeah, so we need to make sure we don't do them on the days that you guys have those. And then I know she has her
The horror movie.
manga one as well. So I need to work around those. And then I don't think anything else we can work around besides that.
Besides the timing. It's always going to be the timing.
That's always going to be, yeah.
Because obviously we have Spencer and Max who are on the opposite end. So trying to work around for both of you guys is the difficult thing, but we will make it work.
And we will have it, we'll probably figure that out pretty soon.
Yes, I think within this week is when I'm going to want to pin down the time so people can plan ahead for that. So just keep an eye out. It will be posted on the Twitter and the Discord everywhere. So yeah, keep an eye out, but we don't know yet. We will know soon. But it will be sometime probably the last week of February. The live shows will probably always be in that last week of the month, unless for some reason there's some issue where we can't do it with some of the hosts or something.
So everyone has like enough time to read.
Time to read the books, so we want to do it towards the end of the month. Yes, thank you for the tunes. Okay, so we will not be doing it that day. Okay, so I can work with that. All right, so yeah, I will try to figure this out within like the next couple of days and then get that posted for you guys. Got to coordinate with all these people, and then our other 2 hosts who I think should be in the live show. You guys are all going to be in the live show for Warbreaker. Okay.
Yeah.
Have a full 7 next time.
Nice. That'll be exciting.
It was really fun during the kickoff party, so I'm excited.
That was fun.
Yes. So once I know when that is, it will all be posted. It'll be scheduled ahead of time, so you can set reminders, all that. Just keep an eye on the Discord and the Twitter. And next month's giveaway will probably be announced 1 week before the live show, same as this. So you have a week to enter beforehand, and then we'll announce the winners during the live shows. And the person who won this one, Jana, you will probably, I don't know if you're watching right now, but you will get your stuff in the mail probably in like 2 weeks because I got to finish making some bookmarks. Like I got my
the postal service.
I ordered some new like fancy drawing pens that I need to get. They haven't come yet. So, and I've already figured out one of the designs, 2 of the designs. So we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully soon. I don't like get backlogged and be like in May and have not sent like January's winners.
None of them.
Hopefully they'll get sent out like within the next like 2 weeks after each month. We'll see. That's the goal.
Yay.
Does anybody have any other questions or comments or anything before we wrap this up?
No, it's been fun.
Yeah, it's been good. I'm so excited for the next one.
Yes, I'm excited. I'm so excited to obviously have all the newbies and then all of the people who are not newbies. It's just like such a good conglomeration of like the people who know what's going on, just kind of watching, being like, and then the people who don't being like, what's happening? It's just so much fun. And I'm just so excited to get to watch all these people go on their first Cosmere journeys.
I'm just really excited. Really excited to read Warbreaker. I think it's a really great book.
I loved Warbreaker when I read it. I'm excited to reread it.
Yes, it's gonna be a fun time.
I read it twice, I think, maybe 3 times.
I think we both read it twice. I just now started my 3rd, so I'm barely.
I don't know. You know my life better than me.
All right. Well, as a reminder, everyone who is here, all of my co-hosts, their links are in the description down below. So please check out their channel, subscribe to everybody. They make great content. You want to follow along on everybody's journey. Like Max is doing like book reviews for each one. The Elantris one, I highly recommend you check that out because it was fun. So yes, make sure you check out all the links of the co-hosts. Obviously follow the Twitter and the Instagram and the Discord to get all of the updates for everything, and we will see you guys next time. All right, I'm gonna
Bye.
3, 2, 1, crabs.